adoption of the recommendation section of the draft report on the UPR of Cameroon.
Greetings, fellow Ambazonians, my country people them for across the globe. Na me una pikin Capo Daniel and come again. Today we'll give a look into the 44th Universal Periodic Review of Human Rights for Cameroon, where it will take place for inside the United Nations. Now the big project this will then follow over these weeks, over these months, not be just this month, I think 3 months now. Now nothing will happen once in a while, once in any 4 years. I'm busy. So this one, I think, where it happen once in a year, and it don't happen again. And I feel say I need to come up for update our people. They make them understand which way to go on, because knowledge is power, and it be important make our people then be fully engaged. At one stage for this struggle, almost all Ambazonia they be involved. Whether it be some atrocity will happen for some part of Ambazonia, would easily mobilize all of our people then, make them report for the international community, make them report for the various news organ them about these happenings, and so that made the world the attention it could be for inside Cameroon, and make them put pressure for Cameroon, make them stop the human rights violations, and make them respect our rights, and also for bring the right of our people. So today I will bring for now video footages inside the United Nations, make una accessible hear which way they go on, and it go help we in a lot of way them. When you get problem with some person, sometimes it be very easy for fight for outside. But this one a problem we will need to fight and for inside court. When you get problem, you a man. When I fight for outside, when I argue, all man go come out, go back. The place where you been argue there, it hurt you, you go see carry and go for your house, you go shoot down, nothing not go happen. The correct way where they do things for modern day, and I say when you get problem, you a person, you go fight to tell me that court, that case you go for court. So that for court you go get judgment. Judgment you go fit get law enforcement officer then. Me they enforce the law so that you go get justice. So for we for fight for get freedom, independence, for we for fight for exercise our right of self-determination, we need to know how we go fit get that right of self-determination. Now for be able to convince the various nation states them around the world, me then come look into the matter so that we get our freedom. So I go play this video. Over these 3 months, we don't work very hard for send messages them for NGO, for nation state. I think last week I can't tell when I say the European country the way they be the hell we, even the one for Basque region, their parliamentarian them and many other the way they be listen for we. All our rights in those and for the media push our case for this forum. All of them will not see any real action where they push them behind we. So I want to bring them for una so that when I go look all these things that una to go know which way it happen, and then I go bring una to explain them for una which way it mean and how they go forward make all money here. So the one that they review where it happen periodically, it be been a very important pressure point where we the hope for push the Cameroon government me then give justice for our people, for talk for Pharaoh, me let our people go. And this also it will be very important, this forum and this meeting will be very important for the international community. The one will be happen 4 years ago. The American government will write a very powerful document. We call out Cameroon for the human rights violation, for the killings and all the atrocity them where they commit for our territory. And it also will make demand me the Cameroon government he solve this problem by looking into the root causes. Unfortunately, 7 years after this our war, this meeting it didn't take place, and the result it need to be the same like before. It didn't say go less. But I go play them, make una be informed, make una also una hear with una own up, so that it will be better for push our case go forward. So make I play the video.
Of the recommendation section of the draft report on the UPR of Cameroon. The troika for this report consists of the representatives of Côte d'Ivoire, Czechia, and Finland. I give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Kwadwo Adjumani, the permanent representative of Côte d'Ivoire who, on behalf of the Troika, will introduce the recommendation section of the draft report on the UPR of Cameroon. Your Excellency, you have the floor. Président.
Is bestowed upon me, and it is indeed a privilege to address the Troika and their report on Cameroon distributed under document A stroke HRC stroke 55 stroke 16. During the interactive dialogue of the country under exam on 14 November 2022, 110 delegations took the floor and 10 states sent along questions in advance. As a result of this, 291 recommendations were sent to the government of Cameroon. We would like to thank the delegation of Cameroon led by His Excellency Mr. Lejeune Badambela, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We also wish to thank the other delegations for their active participation and constructive participation of this report. And throughout that process, we are pleased to announce that Cameroon will look at all of the recommendations, and their responses will be provided at the very latest at the 55th session of the Human Rights Council. We would like to thank the Secretariat. Thank you for the active support that you provided throughout the process. The Troika would like to submit this report to the working group for adoption. Thank you.
I thank His Excellency for his presentation and the Troika for their work. Before adopting the recommendation section of the draft report, I would like to recall that as per the practice established in 2015, the entire report, including the summary section, will be circulated by email on the 24th of November 2023. All delegations will therefore have until the 1st of December 2023 to make changes related to their own statements in the summary section of the report. All changes to the summary should be transmitted to the Troika through the Secretariat at the usual address as you see on the screen. However, any comments on the recommendation section need to be made now. I understand there are no comments. I therefore propose that the working group adopts the recommendation section of the draft report on the Universal Periodic Review of Cameroon. The section of the report is adopted. As per usual practice, Cameroon should indicate in due time a clear position on all the recommendations, and at the latest at the 55th session of the Human Rights Council in February-March 2024. I now give the floor to His Excellency, Mr. Solomon Ihith, the permanent representative of Cameroon, for any final remarks he may wish to make.
So, my country people them, for my podcast, I don't go in depth for what really happened for the UN. The various submission them, you get 10 countries them where they submit, issue them about Cameroon, their human right. Now for this committee, now for this session of review, where they look whether Cameroon it violate human right, whether Cameroon it do something the way it be wrong, where the war you know like them. Now for this particular session, where the case for Ambazonia is supposed to come day. Ambazonia, their job now for find way for get people the way they support we. Now for find way for get country the way they support we, NGO the way they support we, so that they go fit enter for this kind of meeting them, they go raise up our issue. The last session where they begin review, we will get a very powerful presentation about the case where they go on for Ambazonia, led by SCAPAC. SCAPAC did a wonderful job. The United States of America, they will do a wonderful job for compile reports. This is why it's very important to have the facts on the ground and to have well-documented evidence of what is happening on the ground. And why that why they always insist for our people them. If una see Cameroon military, una take picture, una take video, una record the time when they come, all those details them. Because if you no get those details them, no matter what it happen for ground zero, no man for the war, you no go know, and no man no go believe we because Cameroon go simply they can't talk say no, they no be do them anything. So I already put out most of the reports. I even put out the response for the British government. And the report this way they go on, now the adoption this way they don't adopt them for the state way they for Cameroon. And it show we so we get a long way to go. We'll get a lot of hard work and we will need to start that hard work right now. Imagine how many Ambazonian groups they be even be involved or they be even know city conference they go. If you not get leader the way they be competent for be aware of the happenings them for the things the way if you change ground zero, then it be almost impossible for move from one place to another. You get forget competent people then where they be aware, where they be engaging, they contact this various state party, they be sleepless for send messages and for inform them about the real issue. Because what we're supposed to do, now still supposed to gather all the human right violation of Cameroon for the year, submit them for the various country then. Tell them say we talk on our own side of the story this, we beg una make una push now this thing we demand them. Justify the reason we want them. We want independence because of so. Beg them, push them, lobby them. Now for una interest for bring up the issue then. So now say it's supposed to happen. But this particular program now for show now, this video them also for educate our people that made it know for facts what is going on so that they are not left in the dark. So make we see.
Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Monsieur le Président.
President, Vice President, distinguished members of the Troika, Excellencies, Ambassadors, distinguished delegates. The honor has been bestowed upon me to speak on behalf of the delegation of my country, Cameroon. I would like to express our deep gratitude for the constructive dialogue. It has been marked by observations and recommendations that are extremely relevant for our country. This shows the great interest that you afford the process of strengthening and improving human rights in Cameroon, this being an ongoing process. Also, I would like to thank the members of the Secretariat of the UPR and the Troika. Thank you for your unbridled commitment to allow us to reach this felicitous conclusion. The quality of the report just presented by His Excellency the Ambassador of Cote d'Ivoire in the 4th review of Cameroon, which took place on Tuesday, 14 November 2023, is a perfect example of this work. I would also like to I would like to thank the 110 delegations that have taken the floor to address to our country 291 recommendations, often accompanied by constructive observations. All of these are aimed at contributing to the strengthening and improvement of human rights in Cameroon. I would like to reassure all of them, including the other participants in this UPR, of the fact that my country will take all useful measures necessary to ensure to undertake an inclusive process over the next few days to look at the different national mechanisms working in these areas and to address the recommendations made. My government will communicate before the 55th session of the Human Rights Council its position. While the international context and even the domestic context is relatively hostile to all such dynamics, we would like to thank, or rather reaffirm the commitment of our head of state, His Excellency Mr. Paulo Biya, and our foreign minister, Mr. Mbela, the foreign minister, which has assured the ensured the noble and high and lofty mission of presenting the report of Cameroon under the 4th cycle. We are working to ensure that there is a factual materialization of the recommendations that we received. We would like to, we will send along to the High Commissioner's Office the mid-term report on the implementation of this before June 2026. Our deepest gratitude and our infinite appreciation. Thank you very much.
I wish to thank once again His Excellency and the delegation for their participation in this review. We will resume in a few minutes with the adoption of the recommendation.
So now the thing that way that happened for UN. When I see, usually when some country they like Cameroon, where they get a lot of human rights violation, Cameroon a case will be very easy. First, their president, get any legitimacy, get any strong legitimate accession to power. Either for power out of corruption, the whole world know about them. Even the Americans, they talk say it be thief election during the time of Frundi, and they never ever yet get a proper election for a country. The Cameroon atrocity in Ambazonia be obvious. The illegality where the Cameroon be involved for Ambazonia it be very obvious. But yet it can be very difficult for we to make a very powerful case. Like I don't talk, correct fight where you want get justice for something, no be for outside. Correct fight where if you end for something, you fight and for inside court. If you get case, you are man. If you really want to get justice, you must make sure say that case you go for court. No matter what people that they talk about outside, no the focus your ear na for here way na neighbor dan talk say the one, neighbor dan talk say the one. Okay, people they know say na me I be right. People they be know say na he be right. At the end of the day, you go back for your house, you go begin the suffer hungry way some man take your money, you need to pay them back. When you get case, you make sure say me that case you go na for court. When we fight, we will get case with La Republique. We fight for make sure say me that case it be heard for this court where it for before we today so what the presenter for now. Now the true places where you fight, now the true places where you get result where we win. But we spend our time for distraction. People the way they be competent where they feel hell way for push things and for this level, we don't isolate them, we don't crush everybody into silence. And we need to reverse those things and for the sake of all those where they don't die before we. Because we don't really fail our people. I talk like one of the leaders and we will be start this struggle from scratch. I remember the hard work we'll be doing for make sure semi school boycott it work. We don't fail our people them big time because all the opportunity the way they for the war will never develop the capacity. We'll get the capacity for get those resources, but would not be limited by ego, by things we don't limit we. So this make this one is show our people them the need for we for work harder, the need for we for provide evidence for what's really happen for ground zero. And I want to play one of our General Colombo for Ngokitunja, where I think say he really speak for the part for the soldier them. Make we as a nation will listen for you carefully, and then we'll know how to push this struggle because some of we will spend sleepless night for write for international community, for call them, for talk for this one, for lobby this one. Make sure say when they want talk this in, meet and put our case for table. They go get the next meeting again now for February. Even though it be a little bit late for people then for call, but all organization them they're supposed to submit document. All the big lawyer them, all the Harmony Bokpa, the Honorable Weber, they are supposed to be engaging in these things. Nobody needs to inform them, There needs to be aware. Our people they need to be writing petition. Contact your senator, your president, wherever you are. Raise the issues of Cameroon. Raise the issue of the war, and push the agenda of our people's freedom and their independence. And explain yourself so that when they go to this meeting, they will know and they will bring those things up. If we fight only within ourselves, we talk only within ourselves, we focus to feel only good, we will not get answer. We will not get independence because independence will come when we have capacity to put our agenda in this type of forum. So I will play the video of our general where he speak for the most part for all man for ground zero, so that we also listen for them and make our people know the challenges we will face them as a people. So General Colombo Fungo Kitunja, I think say he talk for we all in this video. I go forward them a little bit so that may start for place where he talk. Okay, I'll start them for here. Okay.
For the whole of Amberland. I be General Colombo, the only Colombo for the whole of Amberland in Africa. So what you want to talk today, we did today for Bamali for inside Gokotunje for Amberland. Yes. We did for inside crisis. This crisis it never caused by we. And even if at all it caused by we, then we want to take our country Ambazonia for be on our own. And we must be on our own because there are probably of Cameroon don't betray we.
So what already general the talk am, it already talk na the mind and the soul of Ambazonia. In a way, this is who we are. And it talk am, say the trouble we dey inside the crisis. Now, even if na La Republic start am or na we start am, all be say we will want our own freedom. La Republic it don't betray we. The trust way our forefather they began for them. Time will be enter for this Njumba, no be married relationship. We nobody be certified. We no be no say na say they go be. We no be no say they go come making kiwi the way they do am. Until now we right even for talk. So make the general continue for talk.
If you the that and say they never betray we know them don't live for almost 50 years ago. We never see any good. We never see any good. All they're talking a promise. Finally, they've been a land of promise. So we don't tire the promise and they die. And they kill whether they kill our mama and our papa and unborn child. As they kill.
So as soon as they hear the general they talk the killing on both sides, the killing of our mama them or papa them, we don't really tired. All this thing with the kiwi, I go repeat them again, me gonna hear very well because it talk very important things there.
They don't live for almost 50 years ago. We never see any good. We never see any good. All they're talking a promise.
So for all these 60-year-old and stay together with La Republic, all thing na ready land of promise. Only promise. Ring road na promise. All ta even Bafaju road na promise. Everything na promise. The only thing we dey see am na destruction. Destruction for our bank, our culture, our identity, now the killing of our people. So for these 60 years, we go want to continue to be with people like this. So it's two way the general they talk am, it be very important. And I think say speak the heart and soul of Ambazonia.
Finally, they've been a land of promise. So we don't tire the promise and they die. And they kill whether they kill our mama and our papa and unborn child. As they kill them, so we Ambazonia citizens and soldiers will not like them. As we don't like them, so we beg on God, may put his hand for inside this crisis. So that the international body, the UN, they go look into this matter and solve all this matter for the way at least we go be free for our own country on our own. Because
So they hope for our people them. Now say as we fight so the United Nations they go really look into the matter and for see how we fit stand on our own. And the way the war it work now say the people they no fit do turn look into the matter. Now we must put this case me it dey for table. We must know how to put case me it go for table. The people the way they spy, they look at nyati, they see things them, go talk them for the international community. Now these people they bring humanitarian goods them for ground zero. So they look things, they see things. Journalists they talk, what did it happen? Our people they talk, what did it happen? And we need to know how to send message for our side through this way them by giving access to our people, by showing good faith, by protecting our own people and doing things where our people then go be comfort. Why would we fight now the enemy La Republic? This case with La Republic, it is a case where you get man way owe your money, you want to take it or owe your property, you want to take it go for court. So man, they only tell you, you only argue for road, argue for quarter. It no go help you until you be able to go for write book for court. You must write book, go get for clerk for court. Find lawyer. Me then go talk for this say na think this way it happen. Then they go send convocation, they go call the other man make he can talk. The war need those don't look into the matter. Now we must put the matter on the table. Now our job for Ambazonia for put the matter on table where it can be very difficult for we because we no condition are very critical when it comes to infighting. But we need to overcome these challenges because when you look the sacrifices would not make this far. How can we turn our back? We need to make sure say medicine no go for water. When I see the thing we are show for United Nations, they are not looking into this matter because La Republic, the white people, the way they contact them, they complain, they get so many complaints. This time they push in the African country. As soon as here, over 111 country them, they make statement during the time where they be review the Cameroon their thing. But they be talk mainly now about gay right, talk about other useless thing the way you know if help man, you know if solve the problem. Because Cameroon, you don't play game and the international community, they the one shows they not be interested for defend we again like they be doing before. Why? Because we don't get leader the way they talk me, they attack the United Nations. We don't get leader the way they be corrupt. We don't get leader the way they talk me, they kill our own people, give command me, they kill our own soldier. We don't start do even kidnapping. All those things the way it be wrong. It turn off the international community. For we for get sympathy, we need to show the world say now we there for inside water. They depress now we for down. That way if we cajole them, make them to hear our case. Because if two people they fight, one person way is weak. Now you supposed to talk for ask and say, "Una help me, oh, una help me, oh." You know, instead supposed to be arrogant. Some of our people, them leader, they don't become be arrogant. Arrogant, not just by say some man they talk arrogant very well, but taking positions and postures that makes them arrogant in front of the international community. So I will not go too deep in that one, but I will play the message where General Colombo is talking.
Overpromise we, and we're not even two people there. That is the problem of Cameroon, where the president Pobia Bivondo. So we not fear them. We just be as we be. We defend our people them, and as we feel defend them, because not, we not be learned for. My way don't say I say we make mistake. That means say if you get any idea for tell me or any advice, because man not know or even teacher student they already. So the more thing we get for talk and for salute our major general them for the whole of Amberland, all the field marshal. We small thing we get for talk now for give 1 minute of silence for our major general them, for our general them, commander, captain, foot soldier, where they don't die for this struggle. And all the civilians there, where they don't die for this struggle. May they know say we still there. We never go back. We know they don't go for French Cameroon. We must continue the thing where we know they don't start and then they die. We know will return for back like say we don't betray them. We know will betray them no one day. I know we know will betray Ambazonia and I will know will betray Gotunja and Bamali. Even whether I die, I will die for the Bamali and Gotunja and the rest of Ambazonia. I don't fear anything. We not fear anything. So nothing that way I get them for talking for the whole of Ambazonia. I will not forget General Ivo. I will forget Major FM Charger. I will forget FM Isubu. I will forget General Spoiler. Mr. Say I will forget Captain Transporter and Order. I will forget Commander Pekin. I will forget Captain Anini. I will still forget General Tonda. I will forget Second Commander when Ngambe for Bamali.
So as soon as they hear the general they talk, you no go forget. Now so all we will not go forget. We need to stand strong and na they nama fight this for elevate our people them, the grassroots, because this are who we are. This is who we are. And we need for acknowledge that and we need for work on that. We need for build on that, for elevate our people them, for educate our people them. We therefore pulpit. Pulpit means you pull people up, you need to press them down. And I be very proud to say I don't be one of those who are a champion for embolden our people then when they speak in pidgin, me them be able for speak out for themselves, for stand for themselves, for be assertive of themselves. Because like Obama be talking, unless the masses rise up and speak out, those who then be the so-called elite will always compromise or make compromises with what the common man stand for. So when we see people that stand up for ground zero, they be able to speak and vocalize, because we don't open that path. We all man fit talk, all man must talk. Talk your pigeon, express yourself genuinely, without any shame, and we will hear you. So I use my platform for honor General Colombo and every other my own country people there for ground, for empower them for speak out. Now so we go take up a win. So this is the end of the presentation, and I hope say it will inspire we and motivate our people them for do three things. One, for do better for collect data for ground zero. Yes, we did for diaspora, at the collect them, at the keep them, you need to know how to use them. Keep them, know how to use them like a tool. All these things will happen like a tool for diplomacy, for engage the international community, for show them exactly what did happen for ground zero, the impact on our people them, the loss of human right and human dignity, and fight for solution for restore them. So thank you very much, and God bless you now. Ciao.